Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout and adult and sexual themes. Well, our celebrity housemates seem to be getting on famously. They seem to be really loving it, to be fair. I doubt it's going to last long, though. It's Wednesday. It's day 2. It's time for Celebrity Big Brothers. Bit on the side.
You're lucky it's your house. It's curtain up on the first 24 hours in the house, and we have already had a few plot twists. All it takes to be Tiffany's BFF is a pair of second-hand shoes. I mean, I fault the girl, come on now. Cheebs, he's already had enough, he's had enough. And Gemma, she's actually Cupid. In disguise. Well, listen, what a show I've got for you tonight. I am your ringmaster. I've got a cane. Got a cane? Do you want the cane? Yeah, please. I threw the hat. We nearly had a lawsuit. Listen, yous have got the best seats in the house. 16 brand new characters have taken to the stage, and the spotlight is well and truly on the CBB circus. We're going to be taking an in-depth look at all of the action so far. And Dame Judy James is back! She's going to be blowing the lid on what the housemates' behaviour really reveals about them. Plus, before the players took to the stage, I got into character and entered the theatre known as the Celebrity Big Brother House. Yeah, find out how I got on a little bit later on, but we've got so much to talk about, I'm going to need a bit of an helping hand. So I delved deep into Big Brother's little black book and came up with some old flames to set us alight. First up, it's a couple who have been called the Posh and Becks of Borehamwood. They both like to sing, and she likes to handle his golden balls. It's Chloe, Jasmine and Stevie Ray.
Thank you. Thank you.
And listen, in honour of your bot's return, I have to do something. We're going to have to remind ourselves of some of your finest moments. Let's have a look.
I wouldn't want no one else. I only have eyes for you.
It's love and I've got a semi. Have you had a bit of a guys? Have you had a bit of alone time?
Yes.
We haven't had too many 2-week breaks.
Yeah,
no,
I was going to say. But you've been in panto, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been doing panto.
You've been doing panto, so you've still had a bit of time, haven't you?
Well, I had the poos and diarrhea and sickness. So, but Chloe
looked
was
after him. It did not shock me.
She was nursing me better, basically.
Well.
It's true.
That's love. That's love.
It is.
That's love.
I'm not medically trained,
Yeah, she didn't wipe my bum or anything, but, you know, I'm just saying.
Well, that's ruined it. Well, listen, next up, I nearly went then. I nearly went. Next up, we've got a woman who has spent a total, honestly, of 102 days in the Big Brother house. That's like half of her life. In that time, she brought us tears, tantrums, and one of my favourite lines...
I would like to sort of sit on his face.
Who is she? It's Nikki Green! You said it. You said it.
I did not say that.
She did.
Mortified.
Dirty mouth. But listen, I think she's definitely had some highlights, hasn't she? Yeah. Should we have a little look? Yeah. Here we go. That's one of my favourites. Love it. Now listen, they've all been in there for just over 24 hours and it's been a harmonious house so far, unlike the vocals of Christopher Maloney. I mean, how could he have beat me on X Factor? How could he have beat me? I will never let that go. I will never let that go. Anyway, let's move on. Chloe, what are the first 24 hours like?
Ryland Clark Neal.
Oh,
I love using that.
When I got married.
The first 24 hours in our series.
Well, just in general, going in Big Brother.
Well, you approach it like a vegan, teetotal detox on the 1st of January, and by day 3, you're crying with the chicken and the champagne and the vodka.
Crying for the chicken.
Yeah.
Crying for the chicken. How do you think they're going to get on, Steve?
Do you know, I think it's just all a bit too quiet at the moment. There's not much to talk about, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
We were
day
saying this
two,
in the
yeah.
green room earlier, but I think things are going to boil soon. You can just tell the tension's building, and that's what it's like in there. You know, at first you're just all getting friendly, and then a few days in, the slightest little thing just goes bang, and that's what's going to happen.
Well, I've just literally, when in the camera runs, obviously you just saw then, and I think Gemma and Angie were saying something to each other about, I think Angie got the ump earlier. We might be seeing a bit of that later. I don't know. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny that rumour. Nikki, if you were in this lot, I mean, would any of them wound you up by now, do you think?
Oh, God, that Winston. Yeah, I can't stand him. I mean, for someone that left UKIP because they were being, what's the word?
I can't put words in your mouth. I'm not, legally, I'm not allowed.
Anyway, he shouldn't be making comments like that, what he made last night about homosexuals.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So you think he would have rubbed you up the wrong way so far?
Yeah, discriminative.
That Just pick a word, any word. Have we changed our minds on anyone? Obviously, we know them. Have we changed our mind? Who wants to say something? Go on, babe, go on.
I'll check Gemma, to be honest.
The GC.
The GC. The reason Gemma... Yesterday, I was thinking, do you know what? I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think she'll be quite good. Today, she's completely ruined that for me.
Really?
She's already meddling in the romance between Scotty T. But that's...
Oh, damn, yeah, got the mic, yeah? No, that's you.
She might be... She's trying to be cute, but she's trying to do her normal day job in there, and it's not going to work. Those cracks are going to show. I'm surprised if she'll last at the end of the week. I think she's going to win.
No, there's going to be a romance there.
Do you think there is?
Absolutely,
Do you think
yeah.
we're going to have a romance there? Do you?
Can I say, I absolutely love Gemma. I think she's absolutely brilliant. I think what she does, she's got a passion. She's a true person. I think she's brilliant. And I want her to win. I really want her to win.
Oh, early winner there. Early winner there. Well, listen, there are two people who've got a bit of old beef in now. That's Christopher and Daniela. Stevie, how long do you think it's going to be? They were really good mates. I mean, they've been mates for years. How long do you think it is before it's going to erupt between them two? She really didn't look pleased to see him.
No, it was very awkward. You could just, you know, could hear a pin drop, couldn't you? You know? I don't know. I reckon give it about 5 days.
Yeah?
And then that's when things... She's going to get on these tits or something like that.
I love it how you're so specific. 5 days. 5 days, 7 hours and 38 seconds.
Quite precise with things sometimes, you know.
Every now and again. Nick, you've clashed with pretty much everyone you've been in a house with. Whatever series it was you've been in. How difficult is it to keep your cool in that house?
Well, it's very hard, but I think they're all making it like a big effort because it's the first couple of days.
Tiffany even said that, didn't she? She said, you know, everyone's, you know, being nice, that ain't gonna last.
It's not going to last. Even if you try and make it last, it can't. Everyone will get on your nerves at some point.
We know Daniela, she's a strong girl, she's been through a lot, but Chloe, do you think Christopher will be able to hold his own against her if they do come to blows?
Not a chance, the audience says. OK, I'll go with that. I have no idea what happened with that old beef, but soon the beef is going to be positively rotten and dripping with maggots, and we will find out.
Beautiful! Beautiful! We just brought her up.
Friends.
Do you think they'll walk out besties?
Yeah.
All right, Queenie. They'll be best mates by the end of it, I'm sure. Well, I just brought her up, Tiffany. She's already made a BFF. Yeah. Hang on. In Jenna. Jenna presented her with a pair of her very own glass slippers. Gemma is always, you know, wanting to impress. She said that. I like people to like me. What did you make?
I'm best friends with her too. She
Oh yeah, she's got another pair of shoes.
I don't know her, but...
What did you make of the shoe giving?
I thought it
Like,
was
take
a very...
the shoes literally off my feet.
Yeah, it's a bit like a Cinderella moment, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You know, very nice jest, though, you know, for a birthday. You know,
Yeah.
I had my birthday in there, Ryan, you know, it's lovely.
good,
But I don't know, maybe she's trying too hard?
Really?
Maybe? Do you think?
Well, we saw in Tiffany's profile, VT, that she is not afraid of confrontation, let's be fair. Nick, Gemma, the GC, shall I say, not Gemma, the GC is a bit of a diva. Tiffany says she's not going to stand for it. Can we see these two coming to blows, or do we think the friendship will last because of her pair of shoes?
Well, I don't know. I think Tiffany's great so far. When I first saw her walking in, I thought she was a drag queen. Then I thought she was the one out of... What's the one out of Scary Movie? Anyway, now... But now, I loved her little moment in the diary room. I think she's going to be great.
You think she's going to be good? What are we making of Tiffany?
I absolutely love her, and when I found out that she was coming into Big Brother, I was like, it's
so
going
you
to be
knew her
gold.
before? 'Cause not a lot of us did.
She was on Flavour of Love,
Flavour
and
Flav.
she was absolutely amazing. And then she had a spin-off called I Love New York, and she's going to be TV gold.
You think she's going to be a good one?
She's probably going to be in the Big Brother Housemate Legends alongside some of the people here.
Oh, move over, Nicky! Her face changed then. She's moving. Well, listen, someone else's patience definitely run out. At 2:09 a.m. this morning was Jonathan's, or Cheebs, as me and Jenna call him. He said he couldn't deal with Winston's crap. How do you think, Nick, he's going to get on in there? He's been in there hours, and he already can't be dealing with the crap.
I don't even think he realises where he is. I think he thinks he's still in LA. He doesn't know what's going on.
Do you think he's going to be all right if you start cracking on day one?
God, no. Well, I wish him luck.
Good luck, yeah. Stevie, do you think the attitude could maybe work in his favour or against him?
I'll say in his favour, actually.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, I'm going to go different, because I like different.
Well,
yeah, I'm going to say in his favour on that run, yeah.
Did anything make you, either of you two, lose your patience when you...
Like everything, basically.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, it was just... Until you're in there, it's just so hard. Literally,
What was?
everything's...
I could get away with it around
That's another story, Ryland.
We'll talk about that after the break. Give him a clap, love it. Coming up, we have got the latest exclusive from the house. You do not want to miss it. Plus, whilst the housemates were still waiting in the wings, I managed to get a sneaky little peek backstage. Find out how I got on after this break. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now listen, you might have thought that Gemma was the first person to step foot in that house, but you'd be wrong. You would be wrong. Because before they entered the wonderful world of vaudeville glamour, I went in undercover for a performance of my own. So cue the lights, cue the cameras, action.
Yeah, I'm just here to sort out some crates. I've heard there's a problem with some crates. Where do you want me, boys?
In the kitchen.
Yeah, lovely. Sorted, mate, yeah. Right, let's have a look.
Well, listen, shut up. It's me, Mylan. I've had a sneaky peek. Made out to be a builder because there's some crates in here being sorted out. I'm not supposed to be here. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah, mate, yeah. I know, they like that, yeah.
This used to be the living area, and the kitchen used to be over there. They've switched it up. Not that you could tell, because it's all in boxes.
Yeah.
It's a tiger. Can't confirm if he's called Tony. I don't know. Little Winston Churchill dog with a monocle. Stop wearing monocle and tie.
Yeah.
There's a giraffe at the top of the stairs. Don't like it.
Yeah, mate, I've come across this once or twice before. You got a case of chain pull. Yeah. Yeah.
Having a little look upstairs. All that chaves. Oh, it's stunning. But the fur, beautiful. And a copper pocket sheet. The pocket shaka. Oh, it's the bathroom. Oh, what? Oh, what? Look at that. Imagine me shut on your face.
Oh, look.
They're gonna stink.
They've only done the shower. I ain't having this. Hang on. No, mate. No, you need a key.
Right, I think I've done enough on my shift, so I'm gonna get me lunch. Pop to the bedroom, have a little lunch and a lay down. Oh, wow, look at this. Hello to you. Oh, I'm gonna have a little perch over here, I think. Oh, wow. a little beverage in the house. I can do what I want. I've fucking been here 3 years. I'm on the fucking shortlist for the NTOs.
This is Big Brother. Can the rogue tradesman in the bedroom come to the diary room immediately?
I knew it.
All right, let me pack up me lunch. It's a lot of money now. Didn't even get a meal deal. So I've been here longer than everyone. I'm going to turn the light out because I can. Yeah, I know how to. Arseholes. Hello?
Oh, look, new chair.
Hello?
Big Brother knows you're Ryland Clark. What
Ryland
do you
Clark,
think
yeah.
you are doing? You do not have permission to be in the house.
What do you mean? I've lived in this. It's my house.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know. Like, new celebs coming in here thinking they're all hard. Like, it's all crated up. Like, oh, big twist.
Ryland, leave the diary room immediately. You need to get down to bit on the side.
I remember this. I will remember this. Yeah? Remember that. I'll remember this.
Goodbye, Ryland.
Yeah, ta-da.
Happy about that. She was rude. Oh, well, listen, the housemates have been thinking inside the box as the house is slowly being uncrated as we speak. John, Darren and Daniela all volunteered to go in the box, and in my eyes, that's like an episode of EastEnders, so I'd call that Albert Squared. Did you like that? Oh, that was funny. I thought that was really funny. Because it's Albert Square, but squared because it's a crate. You know what I mean? You get it. Nick.
I've only just got it.
I know. There we go. That's why we're on 5-star. What do you make of them three going in the box?
Well, I think John definitely did it because John's lovely and I love him, and he just wants to get everyone on side. But I think Darren just sort of followed suit and saw it won him a lot of favour. Daniela originally said Winston, but then she thought, oh, I better go myself.
Yeah, everyone else says,
But I think she is friends with those two anyway.
Yeah, so she'll get on with them.
Yeah.
Like, it's our night in a box, have a laugh. Stevie, who would you have put in the box?
Do you know what? I think an interesting couple would be Chris and Daniela, funny enough.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Come on, you can see the tension
You can smell
building.
the beef like a cattle farm.
Yeah, and bang, clashes and all sorts.
They'll all go on
Yeah,
in
them
there.
two, defo.
Chloe, what about you?
Oh my God, don't put me in the box.
No, I'm not going to put you.
I'm too young.
Lose the box. Lose the box. Who would you have put in the box?
I'm actually really relieved that Daniela didn't choose Winston to be in the box, especially after hearing his VT. That's all I have to
So
say.
who would you have put in? I'll ask you 3 times.
What's going on?
Let's just move on. Were you surprised about ending up in the box? Were you shocked?
Yeah, I was shocked. A lot of people are saying it's like a game plan, like Daniela's got a game. I don't think it is. Like, I don't think it is.
It's
not a game plan. Some people can just handle it, so they think to themselves, you know what, I'll take one for the team. And Daniela can clearly handle it. Yeah.
John's shouting. Go on, John.
Like, John knows the show. He knows how it plays out. And he probably knew that there's going to be cameras on the other side to be able to watch other people. So he went in voluntarily. Darren, as much as I love that sexy man, he was scared and he put himself up to get in there out of all the madness.
That's what you think? You think he put himself in there?
And then Danielle went in because my
Daniela.
friend... Yeah, she went in there because my friends are in there. I have nothing with these guys behind me. So
Do you know
that's
what?
why...
Right, a lot of people... I was looking at Twitter last night when I got in, and people were saying, John's done that, what a lovely man, like you just said, Nick, and stuff like that. And then I saw a couple of people saying, this is gameplay. He's been playing the selfless act.
John knows the game. He has watched this for years. Exactly. He understands it. And as nice as he is, he has got something to prove. He said himself in his VT, people love Christian, I had just hoped that they love me. He's going in and he's playing too nice. If he's not careful, it's going to backfire. That's not Martyville in there. He needs to stand out from the crowd. He's chosen to go in that box. He's now going to have that little synergy with Darren going on because they spent that time. They've already brought Daniela into the fold anyway by not giving her case. So now that's going to become a little clique if he's not careful.
Do you think
and it
they
could
are
be his
going to be a
downfall.
little unit?
Yes, and it will be the downfall if they're not careful.
Oh, I love it! Oh, Getting clicky with it. Right, listen, we set a poll earlier today asking you, lovely lot at home, who would you least like to be stuck in a box with? So, I can now reveal. In joint second place, with 13%, it's Tiffany and Christopher. Storming into the lead with a massive 28% of the vote, it's Winston! Winston. Don't want to be in a box with Winston. What are we making of the poll results, Nick?
Well, the viewers have got it spot on. No one likes him. He needs to get out that house. He'll be the first.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll go on Friday.
Do you think he will be the first?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
I think he'd look better out the door than in the box.
Oh!
Yeah.
Fighting talk from the jet. Do you agree that Winston should have been the one? Oh, we've got a difference. Come on.
I actually voted in the poll.
Yeah.
I've actually voted for Scotty T. I didn't want to share a box with... He would have driven me bonkers. He wouldn't have been able to sit still. We would have been bashing all over the walls. It would have been ridiculous.
But what if he got his chopper out like that?
Well, okay, maybe that is. Can I take that vote back?
Yeah, he's took that vote back. Oh, no. Listen, give yourselves a round of applause. Here's a good audience. It's time to catch up with the housemates, both in and out of the box, because it's the first... Take it. News of the series!
Extra, extra! Read all about it!
Oh, look at me new! Look at this, look at new blocks. They all light up, they're all shining. Right, let's get straight stuck in at 9:51 this morning after a long night sleeping on a hard floor. Daniela, John and Darren find 3 delicious bowls of porridge waiting for them this morning. And just like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, but which porridge was too hot, which was too cold, and which was just right? I think they were all just cold.
Oh, look.
Oh, look how gross.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've slapped that on there, haven't they?
Smash that straight on there, people.
Look at that, mate. And someone, I mean, it's
Someone's
like the 3
gone to
Bears.
We are.
Who's been sleeping in my bed?
Is it hot or cold, though? Touch it.
I bet you it's cold, isn't it?
You're not. It's cold,
cold,
isn't it?
it's cold.
Yeah, get it. I'd rather not eat.
What I figure is, if we don't eat it, we don't eat.
That is...
It's lovely, isn't it?
Man. Mine's set.
Do you not want it done?
No, I'm all right.
Are you sure?
I'm all right for now, yeah.
You're welcome, housemates. Meanwhile, at 10:43 this morning in the main house, reality queen JC seems to have taken her metaphorical crown into the house with her as she gets her chops around some nice hot pork.
Do you want one? Babe, do you know what? What is it? It's
Bacon, eggs and mushroom.
Have we got a fork?
They've got to come and I'll drop them toe on the way in.
Steph, you're a baby. Thank you. Chris, do you want to share this? This is like being at an hotel. I'm well happy.
Would you like beef, bacon, mushroom?
Any bread? I just like to dip me bit of bread in the egg, you know what I mean?
I had a bacon butter before, it was gorgeous.
I'm not one to just lie around and be waited on.
Let me take that for you, too.
Oh, Ange, honestly,
No, baby,
I feel terrible.
I was so useless last night. I am so sorry, everyone.
No, Ange, thank you. And I promise you, once I get my energy back...
Please.
I will be waiting on you hand and foot.
Don't be silly.
In my opinion, I think Anne should be waiting a long time for that. Let's just be fair. Anyway, at 12:26 this afternoon, Megan and Scotty T started to get a little bit closer.
Do you have a pool party
See all the
tonight?
girls in the bikini. See Meg's in the bikini. See Meg's in the bikini again. that's what I was after. I'm looking for you. Okay.
I need to get that bed far over there.
Move over, Brangelina. It's all about Megan or Motty. We'll work on them. Finally, at 12:56 this afternoon, Angie helped Winston work up a bit of a sweat.
Stand on my toes.
Sure?
Yes.
Oh, your poor feet. I don't want to hurt you.
Put your hands on my knees.
Okay.
That's it.
4, 5.
Hold up. That's not it. The crunches went on and on and on.
20.
Come on. He's a machine, isn't he?
Big Daddy. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. Thank
Wow. That's right.
I love exercising in the morning. It's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you go, Big Daddy. That was your first news. Now stay with me because after the interval, Dame Judy James is going to be here to reveal all about the latest CBB curiosities, find out who's the villain and who is the damsel in distress. I'm going to go get me popcorn and ice cream. See you after the break. Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. I just had a mint in the break, didn't I? Still trying to get it out. This is the show that gets through more stars than David can name drop. Let's be fair, it's true. It's true, but we love him for it. But it is that time again. It is time to delve into the minds of this year's celebrity housemates. For the first time in 2016, I present to you... She has had a callback and now she's taking centre stage. It is my favourite leading lady. Please welcome back Dame Judy James! Look at you, look at her. Please. So first things first, welcome back, Happy New Year.
Happy
and all
New
of
Year
that.
to you
All
too.
of that. What are you making of this, then?
I was overwhelmed last night. I mean, what are you doing? You know, we've got this amazing diva dump bin at the top with, like, you know, big hair, big egos. Then you've got the divas in training. Then you've got these kind of suck-up people that actually go around with divas for a living. And then you've got the chopper boys, the two chopper boys at the bottom. I mean, it's just... sorry, chopper boys at the bottom, not a good line. But you know what I mean? It's and set to explode at any time. I love it.
What, the choppers or...?
The divas.
OK. Well, listen, in keeping with this year's theatrical theme, Judy's already started, you've assigned some roles to some of our housemates. We're not going to talk about them all because we ain't got the time, but you've already decided who you want to chat about. So let's start with Tiffany. Let's remind ourselves of her entrance.
Oh, my goodness. Hello. The original HBIC is in the building. And I'm here to make friends, you know.
Sounds good.
I can be really nasty and cruel, but it's not time for that yet, right?
It's not time for that, Jo.
Not time for that yet.
What are you making of her?
I've labelled her the Wicked Queen, but in a good way. I mean, I agree with you. I think she could be my next favourite housemate.
Oh.
I hope she's going to be a really good bitch, but she really set out her stall. She was intimidating everybody verbally. The old neck wobble was going. She's channeling Shirley Bassey, isn't she? I love it.
Oh,
and then, but what I loved about her, she was the first one to be tearful in the house.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe she was going to be another one of these Americans that have got, like, ice chips for hearts, like Farrah. But she's
Don't say swear words round here.
But I think she could be lovable as well as a lovely bitch as well, so I'm funny.
Do you like her?
At the moment, I love her.
As it stands,
yeah.
you're a fan. Let's move on to Gemma, a BFF, or Jenna, whatever we want to call her nowadays.
Gemma, I've actually got down as a damsel in distress. I think with Gemma, she comes in and she has to be Queen Bee. I think she was knocked sideways because there were people with bigger hair and much more sort of diva potential, and she was really struggling last night at the start of the evening. I think with Gemma, you've got the sort of GC, which is a persona. It's like an active persona.
You can't say it like that. It's the J.
The J. Sorry, I'm South London. We don't do it like that. But then you've got the real Gemma, and Gemma does struggle. She doesn't quite know how to speak to people. And I think then she rebooted, though, because David Guest did a big sort of suck-up with her. And then we got the shoes.
Oh, the shoes. What was the shoes all about?
I love the shoes. It was so complex psychologically. I mean, if you imagine that you now... let's say we didn't know one another and you said to me, I like your ring, and I took it off and said, here, you can have it. Initially, there's this kind of, that's nice, but then you've got this weird power thing, which is the fact that...
It's like you've got a bit of a hold over me now.
I've got the power over you. You have to be grateful, and people don't like gratitude.
So do you think that's like a defence thing with Gemma, thinking that I can tell you want to rule this house, maybe be a bit of a diva, Going to give you me shoes, but remember it.
Well, it had to be Tiffany that she gave it to, who's her biggest potential enemy in there. So she gives her the shoes. In that case, next minute, Tiffany's having to be quite humble. I think Tiffany was kind of saying, oh, I'm really pleased and I'll be her friend for the... I don't think she will. I think she'll sit there and think about that one and think, no, I think those shoes might be travelling back across the bedroom quite soon.
Well, I'm looking forward to watch that one play out. Let's talk about Christina. She said she'll probably be found in the kitchen. So what are you making of her? Do you think she is just going to be a cook?
I think Christina's one of those housemates that's on personality rehab. She's got that dreadful line, I want people to see what I'm really like. I mean, how many of us really have to do that? I think she's trying to be very nice. We've been told that she's got a feisty side, but she did this real sort of anti-feminist thing. Oh, you know, I'm going to be a woman, my place will be in the kitchen, I'll be doing the washing and the cleaning. However, that's also a very strategic place to take because you can be quiet, you can keep your head down for the first few weeks, nobody wants to vote you out because you're cooking.
Yes.
However, on top of that, though, and then my flesh crept slightly because I suddenly heard Tiffany say that she likes to do the cooking. Oh, and also Scotty likes to do the cooking as well. I would not let Scotty cook for me after his hands have been there, but...
Sanitise, babe.
Hand wipes for Scotty. But I think she might have a bit of a... That might not be the safe haven she thought it was going to be.
Well, let's move on to our final girl that you want to talk about, Daniela.
Yes, Cinderella.
Cinderella Daniela.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying about Daniela, oh, she's been through a lot, so she's strong. I don't see that as an equation. I think she's been through a lot, and she was maybe hoping to get a bit spoilt, maybe to have a nice time in there. She got the sort of guest from hell that turned up in Christopher, and you could see her body language. She really wasn't happy about that. And then when she got her suitcase taken away, she was masking with her body language. You got this Richter screen. She was chewing her finger, which is an act of aggression. And then she did I've got to pronounce this, a tongue poke.
Oh.
South London pronounce it a tongue poke.
Go on.
Which is an act of rejection. She wasn't happy about that. And I know she will be brave about it all. And I know she's volunteered to go into that room. But I think sleeping on that floor, she's probably thinking, why do I always end up like this?
Why me? Why me again? Let's move on to the boys. Yeah. John, he's already played the starring role so far. He's volunteered himself. What are we making of him?
John, I've called him Prince Charming. I mean, you know, he's always over there, isn't he, normally? I think he's being really charming. I think he's very good at dealing with people. I love the way that he was dealing with the divas. He was escorting them down the stairs. He then did the fig... Can I show you the fig leaf pose?
What's the fig leaf pose?
He then stands back like that, which is a maitre d' pose. It's very much, I'm here to serve you.
Right, well, you're saying that, but then he went and said this.
I'll be nice now, bag myself some brownie points, score myself some points, and then I'm going to be like... right.
I know. That's why he's good at playing. I think he's a nice guy, you know, but he knows Big Brother. He knows the game of Big Brother. He knew that by doing that, he would actually get seen as the good boy. I think what's great about John is that we know he can be feisty and give as good as he gets as well. So I'm looking forward to... He'll get in under the radar with the divas, and then I think... He'll start to come out.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to someone who hasn't shied away from the spotlight, Mr. David Guest. Shall we have a look at him in action?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Christine, I know who you are. You're a dancer. Yes, Shall we dance? Let's dance. Come on. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, Granddad.
Baby sister. This is my little baby sister.
David, nice to
Jeremy,
meet you. Nice to
how
meet
are you? You know, everybody says we look alike. Can you
Oh, really?
see it?
I can see it. Oh, I just love him already. What's going on there?
I've got him down as the ringmaster. I mean, he's clever. He knows what he's doing. He was working that room. He did all these really intense greetings with a little bit of humour and everything. He was Stephanie. Oh, it was like best friends. He was doing that with everybody. I don't know.
I've missed this one.
Maybe she went away thinking I don't remember meeting him. But the point is, he made it seem like it was his party. So he took ownership of the whole room.
He did very much feel like, oh, welcome to my house.
Exactly.
Like, oh, it's so great to have you, Christina.
Yeah.
I
And
love
he's such a suck-up as well. He's sucking up to the divas like crazy.
Well, let's move on to a bit of a fan favourite from last night, Scotty T. Think he's going to bring a bit of light relief to the house, for want of a better word.
For want of a better word.
Yeah.
I put him down as the house clown. I think those two guys, the Chopper Boys, I think, they're playing football, they're going to muck around and everything like that. I think they will be funny. Maybe unintentionally a little bit, but and then obviously they'll sort of feel inclined to do a bit of romancing. But they should be funny. But see how it goes with them once they get stuck in with girls.
Well, finally, I just want one word from you. I don't even want an explanation. Every panto needs a good villain, doesn't it? Who's yours?
Yeah, a panto villain, but without the panto. I mean, no. A revolving door for Winston, I think, when he went in.
Oh! She's back! Thank Judy James, everyone! I love you so much. All right, now, a show with nothing without its audience. I mean, look, what would we be without our audience? Look at them. I mean, they're great. After the break, we'll be hearing what you lot at home have to say about the action so far. Plus, we've got all the very latest gossip. We're going to be finding out all the latest from that house. I'll see you after the break. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, Winston is trying to win the hearts of the nation by appearing on Celebrity Big Brother, and he's trying to win the heart of Nancy by running after her in the house. Whose heart will he win first? Probably neither. But some of the housemates have been putting on a performance of their own. I think it's time we let some jacks out of their box.
I just want them to say it was all a joke and that they really put
Oh my God!
Oh my God, we're out! Yo, yo! Thank you so much for getting us out of there. Thank you. Dude, look at you, boom! You look awesome. Look, darling.
You okay?
Did you see my story? No.
It's a little bit frosty, that was, the old Daniela Maloney hunt. How do we think they're all going to get on, Nick?
Well, it's still going to kick off now.
Do you think?
With all the niceties out the way. So, yeah, I think...
You were in Panto with Chris Maloney, weren't you?
I was.
So, did you not know any gossip?
Yeah, no, I did. I totally...
Oh, yes!
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I know that a lot went on and they haven't spoken.
Right.
They had a big fallout. I won't go into detail.
No, don't, because we'll get sued.
But I know there was a lot of...
So it's genuine beef.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Beef,
they
beef.
haven't spoken for a long time.
Oh, it's frosty. Me Willie's
So,
back.
yeah.
Daniela's back in there, Chloe. I mean, we know that she's got this history with Chris. They've been best friends. They're falling out, rah, 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 rah. Do you think she will take the moral high ground and think, do you know what, bygones be bygones? Or do you think she will maybe not go for him, but talk about it and
I
say...
actually think she will, because she's in there to enjoy herself, presumably. And that looked like a rescue mission, by the way. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. They're not happy.
They are not happy.
No.
Do we think it's going to upset the harmonious house style that's going on?
No, I hope not, because, to be fair, they have known each other a long time. Obviously, we don't know what's gone on. They might sort things out. Hopefully, it's their chance to rebuild their friendship.
Do anyone think that it's going to... Oh, go on, babe, you put your hands up, bless you.
I personally feel that it's really unfair on Danielle because
Daniela.
she wants the public's vote, but if she goes in there and picks on Christopher, then the public are going to hate her for that. So she's kind of trapped at the minute. So I don't think
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Nick, I've just been told in my ear, we can't see you through the marsh. Just slide them over.
I
So
know.
little, bless
I'll
ya.
kneel up, Brian.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
just
better?
slide them over a bit more towards Steve.
Yeah, yeah, do that, I don't
There we go,
mind.
that's better, that's better. No, listen, it might be the first day of the new series, but some of the housemates have already started to get quite cosy, I think it's quite safe to say. Well, at least they will be if Gemma's got anything to do with it. And do you know what? Anything Gemma can do, I can do better. Stevie.
Hello.
I think Chloe fancies you.
Oh, thank God for that.
Chloe.
Yeah, Rylan.
I think Stevie fancies you.
Wicked.
I do, to be fair.
I think you should kiss.
I didn't expect that.
The best thing is that weren't even in the script, just
No,
right in there.
oh, you bugger.
But let's talk about Scotty T and Megan, because they've definitely got us all talking, and Gemma has definitely shot a bit of a Cupid's arrow at them. So, come on, lovebirds, can Gemma do it? Do you think she can get Scotty T and Megan together?
I think it should be her full-time job.
But Megan's got a boyfriend, right? Megan's got a boyfriend, right?
No, Megan's single.
Is she single?
Stephanie's got a boyfriend. Megan split up with her boyfriend.
Right.
Ow, my head.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, why not? Let's have some sex in there.
Oh!
Why not?
Straight for the sex in.
Let's
Nick,
do it.
what did you make of the matchmaking stills? Do you think she should carry on doing that, or do you think
Well,
she should take a
yeah,
step
but I
back?
think in the first place, Gemma was just more concerned about having the bed to herself. But then as soon as she realised that she was going to have the bed anyway, she said, oh, play hard to get. But then she went over to him and said, oh, it's real love, I can see it.
Do you think Megan and Scott might get a little bit of the ump with her sort of trying to not force a relationship, but like keep getting involved? Yeah.
Scotty T doesn't even need Gemma to be involved. Scotty T, if he wants Megan, he'll go for Megan.
Yeah, I think he will. That's true. The other couple that's been spoke about on the old Twitterati I've seen is Winston and Nancy. I'm gonna put it out there. Hashtag Wancy. Thank you. Love that. Thank you. Winston said in his profile VT that he fancied Nancy. He's not waited long to deliver some of his killer chat-up lines. Nick, how do you feel about his efforts?
Oh, good luck, Nancy. I mean, she should be in the Real Housewives. But, yeah, I just don't like him, Rylan. I'm sorry.
But do you think they could become the new Clovey?
No, I don't. I want him out.
Do you not think we could have a bit of a
Personally, I don't see a similarity myself, although that is open to interpretation.
How long do we think Winston? How long do you think Winston's going to last before Nancy says, "Go away, go away"?
Friday eviction. Winston is out.
Yeah, exactly.
You think he's gone?
He needs to go on Friday. Look, people need to understand. People need to understand. This is a guy who's equated gay adoption with child abuse. This guy needs to go.
Right. Do you know what? Let me just say this, right? Look, it's quite obvious. Look, I'm a gay man. I don't agree with his... yeah, I know, it's true. I don't agree with some of his statements that he said, but I am a fair host. Is there anyone here that wants to say anything nice about Winston?
From in the house, he's come across very well. He hasn't said anything
Since he's
bad.
been in there, yeah.
In the house, he's come across well. His views outside the house can be bad, but in the house, he's been okay.
Do you think he's been all right in there?
Yeah. Nothing.
Well, there you go. Look, I've got out of the way before anyone starts moaning at me. Let's move swiftly on. Nick, you've got a tweet for us. Go on, pick a tweet.
I have. Oh, there's a very funny one from Dawn French. Gemma's here to win!
No, We love Dawn French. We love Dawn French. We've got another one.
Vicky Patterson. Ladies, what are we thinking about Jeremy? That sounds Scottish. But I think he's a star. Turbo Dick's got competition.
So, what do we think? Who's hotter, Scotty T or Jeremy? Hands up for Scotty T. Hands up for Jeremy. Scotty T took it there. Scotty T took it. Stevie, do you want to read one out?
Yeah, I'll go for it. Why not?
Pick a Mars, any Mars.
OK, I'll go for... the lovely Louisa Zisman.
Oh, Louisa.
Yeah, John has a good chance of winning here, but if he carries on being too nice, he won't. We need some fire in the belly. That's gone to Louisa.
He knows the game, she's shouting out.
John McCruick.
John
Cougars
McCruick.
to dominate. Rumbusterous CBB house. Sirens Nancy, Angie, Gemma, Daniela, Christina, Tiffany will lust after the lads. Prowling Cougars reign.
Do you know what, though, in all fairness, I rarely agree with John McCrick, but he has got a point. The women do normally rule the house. Do we think the women are going to rule this house, or have the men got a chance this series?
No, I think women will be dominant.
You think, Chloe?
I think Tiffany owns the house furniture.
Tiffany owns the house, guys. What do we think is going to happen, men or women? Women. You all right, darling?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I think Tiffany's going to rule the roost.
You think Tiffany's going to be ruling the roost?
I think John's going to fight her all the way for it.
Oh.
Team Tiffany all the way. Team Tiffany, of course.
Tiffany and Gemma. Right?
Oh.
Tiffany. Girl power all the way.
We're out of time. Here we go. That's it. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to my panel. A fantastic audience. Welcome back. Stay locked in here on 5 Star for Live from the House. Join me tomorrow at 11 o'clock. on Channel 5, where I'll be dissecting all the latest dramas with Denise Robertson, Karen Dansack, Barry from EastEnders, and Vogue Williams. Take it from me, it's going to be good.